Well, salutations, magic nerds. Greetings, TGIF, and hey, welcome to Trick Supply Live. We're doing this again live from Las Vegas, Sunset Road. Come see me when you're in town. I'll be here Wednesday through Saturday, 12 to 6. We got the brick and mortar open if you haven't heard. And hey, today we're doing cups and balls. This is a deep dive into the oldest trick in the book. I've got a myriad of cups for you to look at today. Brass cups, aluminum cups, plastic, wood, leather. I also have a feeling that we're going to need a magic wand. So we're going to start with this. My current fave. If you know, you know. If you've been around my multiverse, you know I love these wands from JL Magic. It's a metal core wrapped in silicone. This thing sticks like a glove for all of your magic manipulation needs. And it also packs flat. Like if you're doing walk around, this thing goes in a breast pocket if you like. As I said, it's got a metal core and they screw together right in the middle. And you can also make a shorty wand by removing one of the ends and putting it over here on this side. So this is the wand we'll be using today. And if you'd like to use one for yourself, they're only 25 bucks. Got to get the plugs in here to pay the bills, you know. And then hopefully you guys will buy some of this wonderful magic, help support the cause, and thank you for that in advance. I haven't even taken a peek over at the chat, see who's with us here today. As I say, greetings. Gary Powers is in the house. What's happening? Scott Link's out there. Yo, Scott. The great Granini in his house. Yes. The cups and balls. That's what we're doing today. Gary, you need a new set, huh? Well, maybe today you'll find the one that calls to you. It's like Harry Potter picking the wand. Maybe the cups find you. Let's see, where do we start? I got a lot of them out here. Let's start with this set. This is a cool set here. It was actually, if you don't know, let me give a little history on the cups and the balls. The oldest, literally the oldest trick in the book. It dates back to the ancient Egyptian times. And these cups, they're actually modeled after the hubcap covers from King Tut's car. So you know it's authentic. I digress. Watch the basic illusion as the little sphere passes from the top to the bottom, solid through solid. I'll do it again for the slower students. The ball goes from here to here. Happens when I wave the wand, and waving the wand is optional. Once you learn that, you can go through two cups. Here's the hard way, but not really. That's one, that's two waves. So it goes not through one, but two. That's all three together. Once you get comfortable learning that, you can learn some other stuff with the cups. Like maybe it goes over here, and instead of waving down, you wave sideways like this. So now it doesn't go down, it jumps across over here to this side. And as I do this routine, I'll note it's a beginner's routine. Like anybody could learn this. I've taught it to 6-year-olds. Now, every trick has a good beginning and a good ending. This one has a good middle. Let's go up the hard way. That's the middle. That's the end. That's the beginning. And that's the basic beginner's demonstration extraordinaire of the cups and balls routine. You'll find this style of routine explained in basic instructions as well as beginner's books like the Mark Wilson course in magic. You got the Mark Wilson course, I hope. You'll find lots of cool cups and ball stuff in there. And I'm going to note and talk about the cups that you see as I do them. And the one you just saw, I think, is maybe the best. I left Gary's comment up for that whole demonstration. What's up, Gary? Everyone knows it's double your birthday now. This set of cups here run you about 30 bucks. Pretty good value price for a copper set of cups and balls. CJ does the cups. I've seen you do it in the wild, live as a professional. What's up, CJ? Hopefully we'll learn a little something today. What's up, Adonis? It's good to see you popping in. Creepypasta's here, and we're moving on. Wait, I can't not say hi to Jesse Chaplin. What's up, bro? Good to see you. That's a fact. Testify. There's gold in Mark Wilson's. I did yank some books off the shelf to talk about. Maybe we'll talk about that a little bit. But let's talk about some more cups. And if you haven't done the cups, maybe you don't want to start with a $30 or $40 set or $150 set. And maybe your hands are small. Maybe you need something like, You know, a lot of beginners will start with these guys, the little $5 deals. And if you come in here and you're a kid, I might send you home with one of these sets. But if you're looking for something a little more professional for smaller hands, look at these juicy mini sets. I got a few of them I pulled out, and we'll look at all of them briefly here. This is the prime time. This is the Ickle Pickle mini beaded cups, and we actually have a good price on these right now on tricksupply.com. If you go to our website, you get out of there for less than $20 for this aluminum beaded metal set, while supplies last at this price point. So if you do have a smaller guy, or if you want a smaller set for your hands, this gets my vote for a small set of cups and balls. $20, mini beaded with the bag, includes the balls. Pretty good deal. This deal might be gooder. They're a little more expensive, but check these out. It's a wooden mini set. Wooden mini cups. They're beautiful. And dig this. It's a combo set. So it's part chop cup with a magnet, and then part just cups and ball set. Let's get a better look at what these guys look like. I think this is the chop ball. Oh, no, there it is. So it gives you 6 balls with this set. This is a squishier ball, not a hard crochet ball. And then an extra one here. And then here's the dealio with this guy, right? That's a normal cup. That's a normal cup. This seems to be the normal cup, but is in fact the chop cup. So it's got the magnet secretly embedded in the top that allows you to secretly keep the ball hidden inside the cup until needed. This is a great set for like $30. The cups, the balls, the bag, the chop cup set. And I really feel like just this wooden chop cup alone, this single guy here is worth the price point of $30. You know, as I was putting these cups and balls together today, going in the warehouse, picking out some of the sets we found, I found some just lovely sets. I haven't seen these before today, and I couldn't be happier to have them in my hand. They'll be in my hand lots more in this shop. And I would encourage you to visit me live and come see them while you're here in Las Vegas. If you're not here, well, send me an email if you have any questions. You can find me on most of the social medias. I'm there on a regular basis. I'd be happy to address your inquiries there. Or here, live on Trick Supply. For example, we have Gary saying he needs Gazzo's Street Cups book. Well, look at one of the tomes that I happen... This will be a great segue. This is what Gary's talking about. Someone buy him this for his birthday, for God's sake. This is a great book from Gazo, specifically on how he does the cups and balls in the street performing. This is essentially an extended version of the Die Vernon routine with all of Gazo's tips and tricks and some nice illustrations there for working the street. I think a book like this might put you back about $20 for Gazo's routine. And if you are interested in doing cups and balls on the street, he is the de facto standard. Jake Lindsay, what's happening, bro? Hope you are doing well. Condolences on your grandfather, and I hope your recent shows have been killing it, broski. Hey, not done talking about mini cups, and then we'll talk about some big ones. There's another mini set to look at. This is a very, let's go super small we'll zoom in, super zoomy. This is the TCC mini cup set. This is a great package. What do these cost? $60. This set includes the super smalls, and for this size cup, you're going to use, as often as you would use regular sponge ball moves, we would also use the shell game moves. So the little balls that are included with this are closer to what it would be for a pea and shell routine. And you can do sleight of hand with these little guys, but I think it's better to handle this prop like a shell game, stealing it between your fingers as you move the cups around the table, secretly taking the ball out of the back or inside the cup that way. Not a routine this is not my working repertoire with these cups, but if you're interested in doing the shell game with a cups and ball style flair, you can do the big loads with the crochet balls. So at the end of the cup routine, these little guys fill the cups. And this is just a wonderful, super small option for the cups and balls from the TCC company. I think you'll find these well reviewed in the magic world if you're into checking these kind of things out. And if you want a set of these, well, we have them. I have all of this stuff actually linked up in the description of this video. So if you see something you like that whets your taste buds or your magic appetite, you can dive into the description of the video and you should be able to find a link for most of the stuff that I'm mentioning today. Well, look, everyone's providing the segues. I'm going to go from the small cups to the big cups, and then we'll talk about some balls. Well, Adonis needs some balls, all sizes, some cool final loads. I got you, bro. I could have gone down the deep rabbit hole with the balls. I just grabbed a few sets out, but we'll talk about those as well. First, let me talk about Gazo again. If you want to do the cups like the way Gazzo does it on the street, and when Gazzo does it, he does some really, really big loads. He does like 6 oranges out of the cup. And he's using a jumbo style cup. This is our jumbo street cup. I put the copper set of cups next to it so that you could see the contrast in size. And if you do intend to load things like a full-size orange, you're going to want to opt for a larger cup as shown here. If I'm not mistaken, and I could be, these are brass cups. So the ones next to them, the smaller ones, are the copper cups I opened the show with. The brass cups are next to them in the jumbo size. Those will set you back about $180. But that's not all, because you want to do cups the Gazo way. You're going to need something along these lines. The Busker's pouch. The Gibeciere, we don't know, no one knows how to say that word. This is the Trick Supply exclusive pouch that we have crafted and in stock at the store today. In addition to holding everything you might need to load in the pouch, 6 oranges, a melon, and a small person. It's got spots for decks of cards, Sharpie markers, thumb tips, so the inner pockets have all that accessible for you here. This is a finely crafted cowhide, a nice soft leather. And if you are intending to hit the streets to do the big loads, I think this pouch will serve you well. It's in the ballpark of other reasonable products, maybe a little cheaper at $180. We have them here for you at Trick Supply if this is your need. Holy cow, do we have a lot of cups and balls stuff. Gary needs a survive. It sounds like Gary needs a trip to Trick Supply. Why don't you come here for your birthday and just shop around? That's what Jake did. Jake came in. I think your birthday is next week. Yes, we do generally stock McBride's books. I think the most popular title that's been on these shelves is The Show Doctor. That's the one everyone buys the most. Yeah, buy it, man. Buy it. Do the mini wooden cups come with a routine? I don't think they do. If there's any instruction at all, it would be bare instructions. And if I had to send a student in search of a good combo cups and balls routine, I'm going to point your attention to John Mendoza. You're going to have to get on Google and search John Mendoza combo cup routine. He has an amazing amount of work on the subject. It's been in print and video. We probably have both of those here. John's videos, DVDs are on the shelf. And maybe the Book of John has his cups and balls. I don't know. But combo cups and balls routines are a little off the beaten path, so a little harder to come by. Yeah, I'm looking in the chat. If you have questions, keep them coming. Did I mention this set when we were talking? I think I just skipped right over maybe the best value set of the day. These guys here. Wow. These are aluminum. It's a combo set, so it is, again, chopped. And dig it, this price point is less than $30. These are great cups on their own, even if you don't use the combo feature for that price. But in this case, here they are in action, and that middle cup is the chopped one. So now I can start the basic routine, cleanly showing all 3 cups, and now the balls are ready to start making their journey through the top using that chop cup feature in this value set. So this set, again, less than $30. It's an aluminum combo set. We have them linked up in the description of this video. And if money is an issue, this is the set I recommend for you, sir or madam. There, we got that in. How are we doing so far? Too much, too fast? Not fast enough? Let me know. Or don't. I'm going to keep going. We're going to look at the balls. Adonis needs help with those. Show you a few, and I'll show you my favorites. The Smetzers. Leo Smetzers, who makes a lot of interesting things. And we have a lot of balls, and there's more balls where these came from, but these are some of the choice ones that I picked out. You can get a simple like 4-pack of red crochet balls. These are the 3/4 inch. They'll cost you about $8. So if you need those, and if you need them in blue or yellow or some of the other colors, search our website. We have them for you there. This is a Smetzer's product. These are monkey fist balls. So these are rope knots with no ends. It's a knotted ball. The advantage to a ball like this is that they don't roll, so they will stay in the situation on the table. I have used and love the monkey knot balls, monkey fist balls, but not my favorite Smetzer's product. These are 1.25, same ballpark, about $8 for crocheted, something a little bit bigger. You know, if you're doing like the jumbo cups, you want a bigger ball, right? For the bigger cups. Smaller ball for the smaller cups. It's math. We're sciencing it out here. Here's the balls that I like, and these aren't exactly the ones I use, but I wanted to see what these look like, so I grabbed these out of the warehouse. And these are, I haven't had one of his stripe sets before. So these are Smetzer's baseballs, leather sewn, hand sewn leather, and they're encased around a bouncy ball. Shades of the Mike Rogers baseballs, which I use as a young man. Of course, Mike's not with us anymore, and in my opinion, Leo makes the closest product to what Mike offered back in the day. Premium price point for these, you're going to spend, actually, I think this set is pretty good at like $30. If you go buy these today at Trick Supply, you'll get a great price point, but maybe $45 is what a set of Leo Smetzer's baseballs cost if you want to use the premium. In my current cups and balls routine, my 3 cups, and y'all know I do a lot of work with the cups and balls. I'm currently using 9 balls, and they're all Smetzer's baseballs. So in just balls alone, I've got like $120 invested in my current cups and balls routine. A lot going on there. Yeah. Jake wants to know how much the show doctor is. You got to Google that up, Jake. I don't have that off the top of my head, and I'm trapped behind this desk until the end of this stream. So, CJ, I also love and use the Smetzer's Final Load balls. I don't have them out here, but in particular for the Legend cups or a smaller cup, they're great, especially if you're using his baseballs, because they make that nice transition from the small baseball to the bigger baseball. If you're using a Legend style cup, we'll talk about the Legends in just a minute. They're ideal for that, and that they fill the cup, but they don't fill your pockets. And then if you're using little to big baseballs, you're winning, because now the fruit will not rot in your bag after your show. So many people do like the Gazo routine. You do the oranges, you wrap up for the weekend, you leave everything in your bag, and a week later you forget you left the oranges in there, and you go get your cups and the oranges are rotten and you got problems. So I've always enjoyed using props that aren't organic, although organic is a stronger finish. Real fruit, or even baby chicks. You do a live production like that, you'll blow people's mind. But if you want to be practical about it, at least keep a set of like transition balls, small baseball to big baseball, something like that is good. You know what's a good alternative to the baseballs? Juggling balls. We also offer those here. You can get a set of juggling balls for like $10. These make a great final load. Beanbag balls, not too heavy and effective. So really you could even do like set of aluminum cups, set of bean bags. You're spending $35 and you got everything you need. Have I not published the 9-ball routine yet? Looks like I have work to do. Soon, Doug Kahn YouTube will be revived. We'll see some of that there. I'm still putting my office back together. It's such a disaster. I forgot one more Smetzer's thing. A thing so weird we're not even sure what it is, but I'm going to challenge you to figure it out. If I had If I had 30 more minutes in my day, I would have done this before the stream. Look at this one. This is the color changing cups by Smetzers. There's a demo of this on our website. So you can go to tricksupply.com and look at Leo's routine with the color changing cups. It's a combination of different colored balls, different colored cups, and these are chopped as well. There's magnets going on, and I think there's a shell happening. But I wanted to pull something weird from a strong manufacturing house. The Smetzers line is all good and cool. And if you want to buy something off the beaten path to support the jam and fill your magic closet, how about the color changing cups from Leo Smetzers? Yeesh. All right, we've looked at brass. We've looked at copper. We've looked at aluminum. We've looked at mini cups. We've looked at plastic. There's a couple more elements we haven't dug into. Let's see what I've got over here. I've got these wooden guys. So here's some more wooden ones from, these are actually Indian cups and balls. Traditionally handled from the neck of the cups. I know about as much about these as I do about the Leo Smetzers cups, but I think the routine has generally worked from the classic palm and the balls are loaded in from that fashion. But if you need the Indian cups, well, we got those too. But the wooden cups that I really wanted to show you are the standard wooden cups. And then we'll take a look at the leather cups. So this is another great price point on a unique set of cups and balls. What do we got for these? $30. Not bad. $30 get you you get the box. You get a nice carrying bag. The crochet balls. Yeah, that's a $7 value there alone. And then 1, 2, 3 wooden cups. So I would say maybe if you're working more of a Renaissance style or trying to create a vibe, or if you're just trying to complete your cups and balls collection, well, that's fine too. Here's the wooden cups, and that's what they look like for only $30. Maybe this will make a smile appear on your face. Last, and it's not last, second to last, but certainly not least, we're going to take a peek at the very unique but very serviceable cups and balls combo leather. This is from the Great Scott. Great Scott, he's a magician. I've seen his name around many years, and this is the leather cups and balls, which for sure, if you're doing a Renaissance style vibe, or also this, like I said with the other chop cup, if you just want a good leather chop cup, this is a killer. It's comparable to the TCC chop cup, in my opinion, in size, shape, and function. And then you also get 2 extra leather cups, the dupes. So these are normal, and this is the chop cup. So there's a magnet embedded in this one. And honestly, maybe you just want to use this. For the asking price of these, $80, it's comparable to TCC, and you could just use this as a leather chop cup. It's pretty cool. You get leather baseballs with these. They're a little bit on the small side, but they're super cool. Also super deceptive, a little less to worry about if you're doing sleight of hand and you want your balls to be smaller. That's the chop one. Let's see how this guy goes up in here. Bing, bada, boom. Yeah, this is really nice, actually. Pew, bink. So, Great Scott combo leather cups and balls. Who's seen a leather set before? Not me. Not until today. It's the first time I was like, what do we have for leather cups and balls? Let's go. And that's the Great Scott cups and balls. Now, of all of the cups we have, and there's more I didn't pull out. We have some wonderful, we have like estate stuff over in the case there. We have some great, I think they're Johnson cups. There might be a set of Bluther cups over there. There's another 6 or 8 sets I didn't pull out because God knows we've seen enough cups and balls today. But I am going to show you one more, what I consider the best value premium set. And we're talking about the Legend cups and balls from Murphy's Magic. Their production house makes some quality apparatus, and this is their polished copper set. I have owned this set. I own this set. I decided I preferred the aged set a little more than the polished, so I went with that. These cups are heavy. So if you are interested in performing professionally, certainly if you're interested in street performing, this is the kind of cup you want to have in your toolkit so that like the wind doesn't blow it away or people don't knock your stuff over. You know, you got like a leather cup or a wooden cup. These are lightweight objects and they topple easily. And if you're working in an environment where you don't want that to happen, you're going to want a heavy cup. These are also expertly designed with the Paul Fox design so that the load which appears on the top of the cup looks bigger than the space it came within. It's a conical top that gets smaller quickly and really makes the final loads look bigger. They sound like bells. And the beading on the side allows for this kind of cup through cup illusion. Looks like the cups pass one through another. The classic Paul Fox design in a heavy polished copper. This is the Legend cups from Murphy's, and that is the polished set. I got one other set over here, and I just think these are absolutely gorgeous. Put the balls in here. We'll do a little advanced sleight of hand just for kicks and grins. See if I can still work these Legend cups. Buckle up. Let's see if I know some of the Vernon sequence. When I first started doing the cups and balls, I learned it from the Di Vernon Book of Magic. He has a wonderful sequence based on the Bosco Batalamo routine. I think it's here. 3 balls, 3 cups. It's a magic wand and then 1 nut. 3 balls, 3 cups. Magic wand, 1 nut. That's me. And you keep one eye on each. So you want to keep one eye on the balls, keep one eye on the stick, and then keep one eye on the cups. And if you're missing the third eye, you can just share with a neighbor. That's 1. That's 2. We'll do the third one fancy. Bang. That's 3. That's all 3 cups back. All 3 balls back beneath the cups. The classic Vernon routine has a great bit where you put 1 ball under each cup and then you ask someone to choose a cup. And you take the ball from beneath the cup they picked. I think it's this one. And pretend to put it like over here. So it appears to vanish and jump over here on this side. That was a little bit unclear. Let's put that ball back and try to send it to the other side. So from here over to this side, you can't do it much better than that. Honestly, you can do it much better than that, but it won't happen better today. Let's wrap this sequence up with the Charlie Miller illusion. And for that, we're going to eliminate a couple of the balls. I'll just use this 1 ball with the 3 cups as we endeavor an illusion of solid through solid. Solid through solid. Here we go. Elevator down, and that's through the first one. Here we go down through cup number 2. That's the second one. All the way through to the bottom. That's number 3. And that's the cups and balls. That's 1, 2, 3 cups. And 1, 2, 3 balls. And hey, what do you know? The old guy still got it. Kind of, sort of. We're making it work here at Trick Supply Live. So there we go. Some Di Vernon classic sequences. Crack open your Di Vernon Book of Magic. Maybe you have the old manuscript I learned from when I was 18. Get in there and dig it in. If you don't have that book, well, you got options. You get the Mark Wilson course open. The Magic of Micah Marr is another one I pulled that has a great cups and balls routine. And yeah, we could keep going. But hey, I think I've said all I need to say about the classic cups and balls routine. I'm going to look at the chat, see if we have any questions, comments, constructive criticism. And as mentioned, if there has been anything today that you licking your chops, I need some of that magic cups and balls goodness, you will find the links in the description of this video below, or just search around tricksupply.com. Jesse's wondering about Marvin's Magic Deluxe box set. Jesse, you've reached the limit of my magic knowledge. Do I have that here? I'll try and find it, and I'll get back to you. If I can find it, I'll find you and let you know my thoughts on that. Scott showing some kind approbation. Is that the word I'm looking for? And Frank says I did all right. Frank, what's up, bro? Good to see you. Frank was in the shop spending a few bucks. Was it yesterday you were here? Yesterday was a whirlwind for me, so I don't even know. Had some customers in earlier before we're open. We're happy to accommodate you if you butt your way in here before the live stream. And I'll be having some customers after I wrap this up in about 30 minutes. We've been happy to see all the smiling faces coming in the doors. All the guys that were in town for the Las Vegas Collectors, the Magic Collectors Expo. Nice to meet you all. Thanks for coming in and dropping some of your cash as well as some of your good energy and sharing your magic and yourself while you were here. Frank wants to keep going down the rabbit hole. You know what I tried not to do today is focus on one cup routines. Like I could have pulled 20 chop cups out of here and just talked about one cup. You know what's a good one cup routine? The Larry Jennings routine. Classic magic of Larry Jennings or Larry Jennings on card and coin handling. He's got a couple of good one cuppers, but 3 balls, 1 cup. Larry Jennings. That gets my vote. Oh, Frank, you're in Jersey. All right, had the wrong Frank. Well, where are you at, man? Why aren't you get over? You could just it's a plane. You could do it. You are welcome. Chumps are made at home back in the Philippines. We used to cross paths in the Big Easy in New Orleans. Is that home now or are you just visiting? All right. Yeah, a little bit of old school today, a little bit of new school. We're mixing it up, trying to reach new students as well as remind the old ones how to do the good magic. And yeah. All right, I think that's the questions. I think I've delivered all of the pertinent information that I had today. Unless you need to know about the jumbo hot rod, we could do 20 minutes on that. I also have the stage size from this Rocky Mountain Magic. Oh, no time for that. I got to get the doors open. Let me thank the Kindred Spirits for hanging out with a half hour with me today. I hope you found some knowledge sits well in your gray matter. I'm going to get busy and get these doors open, and maybe I'll see you next week live from Trick Supply. We do it every Friday, 5 o'clock, 11 o'clock. Let me get out of here. Thanks for the hang, y'all. I'll see you next week. Ciao for now. Au revoir.